In a gathering that brought together media professionals, academics, and law enforcement stakeholders, veteran journalist Frank Oshanugo formally unveiled his latest work, Crime Beat Reporting in Nigeria, in Lagos, marking a significant addition to the country's journalism and criminology literature. The 345-page publication, years in the making, reflects Oshanugo's extensive experience, spanning over 3 decades as a crime reporter and editor. Speaking at the event, the author expressed deep appreciation to his support network, particularly the Crime Reporters Association of Nigeria (CRAN), colleagues and distinguished guests who have shaped his professional journey. He described the book as both a repository of hard-earned knowledge and a deliberate effort to document the evolution of crime reporting in Nigeria. According to Oshanugo, the work is designed to serve multiple audiences, from practicing journalists seeking depth in reportage to students of mass communication and criminology in tertiary institutions. Beyond its instructional value, he noted the book stands as a historical chronicle of crime's growth and the broader transformation of crime journalism in the country.
As I warmly welcome everyone here present, may I say that our gathering today is an occasion for my new book, Crime Beat Reporting in Nigeria, the historical evolution of Crime Reporters Association of Nigeria, to be officially unveiled before it is made available to members of the public, particularly students of journalism in our tertiary institutions. With no intention to take over the job of the book reviewer, who will soon be on stage to tell us about the book, please permit me to briefly say that the 335-page book is likely the product of my field experience as a crime reporter who rose to become a publisher/editor of several titles, but with greater interest in crime reporting. The main idea behind writing of the book is to assist lecturers teaching mass communication and journalism in our various higher institutions with additional knowledge, particularly of what goes on in the field. I wrote the book not as a classroom journalism teacher, but as a field reporter with no less than 30 years in active journalism practice. Therefore, may I crave the indulgence of professors and other lecturers in mass communication to take with a pinch of salt whatever mistakes I may have made or they may have observed in the book, since I'm not yet a professor in the field.
During the event, Dr. David Ahimian praised the author as a leading authority in crime reporting, highlighting his long-standing contributions to the field. Ahimian referenced Oshanugo's earlier works and acknowledged their academic relevance, revealing that the author's insights significantly informed his own research in criminology. He urged the public to engage with the book, describing it as more than a collection of writings, but a defining contribution that elevates standards in Nigerian crime reporting.
It's not just talent, but a relentless commitment to go at it day after day, night after night. And as experienced writers yourself, you know how it is that for you to put up a story, you take a lot of energy to write the first word. Yes. And when you write the first word, other words just follow. But writing that first word demands a lot of energy from you. Now that is the discipline that we are talking about. And so, after the inspiration is gone, after the precision is gone, if you don't have discipline, you cannot continue. I am saying all of these in order to anchor on the quality of work that our brother Mr. Frank Oshanugo has done. And you want to ask, why do you endure so much read up as a writer? Why do you even bother to go into writing? Why? And why submit oneself to the mental and emotional strain of writing? The answer is found in George Orwell's assertion. And it's a candid one at that. He says, writing a book is a horrible, exhausting struggle. One will never undertake such a thing if one were not driven on by some demon.
The endorsement from law enforcement was equally emphatic. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Tunji Disu, represented at the event by Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Adesina Lawal, commended the author for producing a work of clarity and insight. He noted that the book offers a constructive reflection of the relationship between journalists and the police, underscoring its relevance in fostering mutual understanding and professionalism.
Journalists as a whole, or as a body, is a body that the police cherish so much. Particularly that branch that carves itself out, dedicate itself to crime reporting, which is crime. And one of the major players has written a book, and that is Mr. Frank Oshanuko. It's a major player in crime reporting Association of Nigeria. So we have no choice than to be here to identify and align with his objectives, and also to advance the cause of the Crime Reporters Association of Nigeria.
Providing a scholarly perspective, Professor Chijoke Uwasomba of Obafemi Awolowo University delivered a detailed review of the book, recommending it as an essential guide for readers and policymakers alike. He described the publication as a framework capable of shaping informed perceptions about crime, justice, and media responsibility in contemporary society.
We want to be promoted, and everybody wants to be promoted. And so, since you want to enjoy promotion, you have to write. And writing, started with education. Actually, we teach students that writing started during the Victorian period. No, writing had begun much longer before the Victorian period. What happened in Victorian England, was that the pursuit of writing became so aggressive, that they impacted, especially on women who were not allowed to participate in anything, not to talk about writing. So as far back as 59 BCE, newspapers had emerged, and you can't have, education. There can't be knowledge production. There can't be information dissemination, if you don't have newspaper and newspapering anywhere, in the world. And that's why I told one of my friends who is a journalist is afraid, that the new media, will destroy the traditional media. It cannot, because the mark of education, is newspaper and newspapering. People must read newspaper. People, even if they don't read, they will keep, in archives. They will keep in libraries.
With crime beat reporting in Nigeria, Oshanugo not only distills decades of frontline experience, but also offers a timely intervention in the discourse on media ethics, public safety, and institutional accountability.